Is Jegant back again with another interesting sort of walkthrough box opening of Iron Harvest. This came in the mail a couple months, maybe a month ago now, and I sort of supported this game back when it was on its Kickstarter. So this is the Kickstarter edition, I believe. And it was interesting because I was quite fascinated by the Iron Harvest sort of model kit that I wanted to get for the very first time. There is a small box on the side. So this is just the background, and then the model will stand around here. And then you close the box in such a manner. The physical reward took a bit of time, but that's just the nature of the things going on these days. I could wish to get the art edition, but at the time, it was a little bit outside of my reach. But we're gonna go through this Kickstarter edition first. So one of the things quickly is the physical copy of the game itself on DVD. I do not really need to open this and just wanted to keep it in the plastic wrap. But if you listen, it seems like a decently hard, high quality, maybe semi-metal alloy. I'm not sure, but it seems to be a good quality box. And then we'll move this one for later. We have the book, Declassified Weapons Manual, and then we have the artwork of the book itself. We'll go through the pages in a minute, but first thing is to talk about the amazing artwork that inspired the game first. Here is a quick postcard of the game with a written note here. And I think this is from the developer. I haven't gotten to read this, so I'll read it real quick. Sorry for the delays. It isn't easy to make a great collector's edition, and it becomes nearly impossible during the pandemic. Supplies went bankrupt, prices skyrocketed, shipments got stuck, and there were shortages of raw material. We didn't want to compromise on quality or leave anything out. We promised, things took forever. But finally, here it is. I'm not sure what this is. Think it is the last box we ever did, and we hope you'll find it was worth the wait. Your something King Art Team. The calligraphy was a little bit hard to read, but I think they made it clear. But yes, there were a lot of difficulties outside of the game developer's control, and it was quite good and worth the wait. Naturally, with a lot of Kickstarter backings, sadly some of the posters get folded like this, and so there is always sort of this inch in between that is quite hard to remove. I still don't know if there's a way to remove or not. But it's one of these things where, from supporting various Kickstarters, maybe a simple A4 size piece of artwork with a thicker piece of paper is more worthwhile than trying to deliver a larger piece of artwork that then gets folded and is maybe slightly thinner to the touch. But I'm not sure either. It's a very difficult decision. But as you can see, this is the artwork by a man, and sorry if I butchered the name, Jakub Rozzalicki. Rosaliski. And he is sort of the inspiration that made this artwork, which then the game company reached out to him to create a game based on his artwork right here. And I think I will sort of do a quick sort of I will quickly display some of his other artworks for you to see. And something that I really personally love about his artwork, and that made me want to support the game as well, not just the artwork, is that his ability to make his artwork look very painterly. There's not exactly too much specific hard edges details, especially for items and objects far away, as you can see here, which does cause an effect that the object itself is far away, so there's less detail on it, and then more of the detail can be focused on, like in this picture is the foreground, so the person standing here looking towards this large mech weapon, and then the farmers on the side, and then it does sort of give this sort of medieval steampunk style to it that some people do love. This one is just another variation again. These mechs are sort of in the distance, and because it's sort of low detail, less detail, it does feel like there's like a fog or mist blocking our vision, but we sort of still see them like quite clearly, and that how big they are. And then most of the details is sort of solid on this one soldier here, like an anchor. So I found the artwork to be really, really cool, and sort of his like painterly like style to be really awesome. With that said, we come into the book, and I'll just sort of flip through for you to see. Hopefully the reflection isn't too bad, so I'll just let you look it through, and feel free to pause on any page if you want to sort of look at it in more detail. But basically, as the book suggests, it's a weapons manual, and so there's various details about different units of people, their descriptions, skill sets, and their abilities of movement speed or health, and damages as well, and many quite interesting artwork. And what's really cool about these sort of artwork books is that they made it look very authentic, as if it's a real manual that you may find in a battlefield as well. It's one of these things where when I showed this to a friend of mine, they sort of commented that there's sort of less detail, but then on the other hand, it's like just the details one soldier may need to read to know about the enemy as well. At least that was my sort of interpretation when looking at it for the first time. So we move into the more mechanical units. And then with the mechanical units, because they're so large, they don't even fit into the frame of the image itself, which I thought it was sort of a nice touch. Makes it feel quite authentic. And also that a photographer maybe would only show like the main details and the unique features of the unit instead of trying to take a photo of the entire unit, in which case it may be hard to see like the unique features if it's too far away. So there's like a lot of details, a lot of units that one could just sort of read through and sort of get lost into this world, which I found to be really, really cool. And I haven't sort of looked through all of the pages yet, just like a couple in the beginning of the human units. And here we come to a personal highlight, the art of Iron Harvest. And it's a very, very long book indeed. So we have the environments, and then Polian Republic, and Saxonian Empire, and then Rusviet. So hard to pronounce these words. Rusviet Tassadom. So these are like the different factions, and then we have the factory. So here is Mr. Jacob's artwork, and then I think it's mixed with some of the artwork, or these are the 3D models, I believe, from the game itself, I think. But this seems to be his artwork right here. I'm not sure about this one, but this one seems a little bit newer for the game. But this one, I believe I've seen in one of his original artworks, and this one as well. And this is one of the artworks from the poster as well. So it's a nice mix of 3D, so building designs over here, and here's the artwork that he has made. So a little bit more about the game itself. It is basically like a steampunk World War I/II setting, and it's a real-time strategy game. And there's like a few concepts in this manner in the past, but I felt maybe not. It has not been done in the game before just yet. These seems to be some of the 3D building assets, which is also quite nice to see. Sometimes there's only like concept artwork, but then we don't get to see like the actual final product of the game in such art books sometimes. And this is one of the mechas. And I think this is the mecha that we will be building today. And this is the other versions. And then we just slowly get into monstrosities, massive mechs. And then we go back down to the smaller mechs, and then the humans. And then this is the other faction. So they have their own unique sort of design of machinery and weapons. And this is like a royal unit. And this is like the Russian units or faction. One thing when I sort of see some of these sort of human units is I am reminded of Warhammer, especially this guy right here, where it's like in Warhammer there's a lot of humans that sort of get augmented in this kind of way, and then just have tubes like in their sort of mouths for breathing, and then they're sort of stuck inside this machinery. So it gave me like some Warhammer vibes as well. This is another one that gave me like Warhammer vibes. This starts to look a lot alien-like. And then we finish off with the one last artwork. So that's the end of the book. I want to take this time to sort of open this up, and then we'll be making this model. Open up at the back. We get to see the unit itself. The miniature is made from a high quality white metal alloy. The resin base is made of high quality 2-component resin. The product must be assembled and can be painted. Warning, the product contains small parts and therefore is not suitable for children, etc, etc. I may not be doing the painting today since I'm not quite used to it. I have to do a little bit more research about the painting aspect. So this seems to be the steps. Okay. I've built Legos before. This can't be that hard. Oh man, that has some weight to it. That got some weight to it. That's really nice. The base has some weight as expected, but the components itself got some weight. Very nice. This one I can take out as well, but it seems to be just a plastic. I don't know what I will do with the box. I maybe could get rid of the box and just keep these other things as a collection for later. In any case, let's get building. I've waited long enough for this. So here's the base. There's some sort of ground textures and looks to have some holes for the feet to stand on. Much respect to people who do artwork and paint on these models, especially like for Warhammer stuff. Those are always really cool. So let's see. We got the two. A drop of glue. So I would need glue as well. Super glue. I see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go out to get some super glue, so I might be right back. But this is sort of the first piece that will be installed like that. It doesn't curve all the way around, if you can see that. I don't have autofocus on because it's quite bad, but basically the edges does not curve all the way around, but I can kind of push it in. Okay, I can push it in just fine, and it is already, well, it's almost stuck in there, so it's already quite a nice fit. But I'll be right back to get some super glue. Funny enough, I have some super glue right outside my door, so that's perfect. For some reason we keep it in a plastic bag, but that seems fine to me. So let's just put a small dab of it in there. A small dab of it in there. Make sure I have it right side up. And lock it in. Perfect. I'm gonna go really deep, because once it hardens, I wouldn't even be able to push it inside either. So we have the legs. This looks like the legs. Ooh, I love the feeling of it. It's like, it is metal as it says, but like working with these is quite interesting, to say the least. So a little bit of super glue even on the ground itself. Do I have to though? Can I, or should I sort of be aware that I may want to possibly take it out in the future to paint it? Maybe? I'll see how far I can go without the glue, I think. Because I'm a little bit concerned that maybe once I glue it, I wouldn't be able to take it out to paint it at all. Though this silver, bright silver color is nice, but from the original color of the mech itself, it's not this bright silver. It's a little bit more worn out. That's sort of the the appeal of the game itself, but it seems like it's not quite possible to push it in. It seems to be requiring super glue. Okay, which I'm totally fine with. I'll accept. Let this be like a learning lesson. Make sure I have it the right side. It is the right foot here that seems to not fit in so well. Takes a little bit of pressure to push it all the way in, but it doesn't seem to go all the way in either. That's sort of the thing. Not sure if I'm doing it wrong. We'll put a little bit on top. A little bit on the side. A little bit in here. And that should do it. This side should be easier. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And just put it right in. Left foot goes in perfectly. Perfectly. But right side doesn't seem to go in as nicely. I'm gonna need to do some adjustments when I put the legs in, so I want to do that quickly. I think I only need to put it on one side of the foot, so I'll just put it on the back side. Yep, I knew it. Oh, I'm a dummy. Okay, thank goodness I can pull it out just in time. I'm an absolute dummy. There we go. That's the way. Okay, that was a close one, using super glue and getting it on the wrong side. Oh my goodness. Okay, now it fits perfectly. Phew. What is next? This seems to be the arms, so that will come later. Yeah, most models that I've built so far are just Bionicles and just Lego stuff. And a few Gundams, but those are the more basic kind of Gundams. We got, where do we have the A? A, B, D, and C. Apply small drops of glue and apply part A, B simultaneously to the lower body. Make sure part A and B are properly aligned with each other with the rest of the body. Make sure they are aligned. Like this. Interesting. Still unsure about this guy. Seems to be the front. That's the front part right here. So this one goes in the front like this. So this is the side. For some reason we're doing the sides first, it seems. The sides and back. There we go. Quite a nice fit. Though I do believe the locking could be a little bit better. I don't know too much about these modern models anyways. But I feel like the locking should be a little bit better. Or maybe this is just normal. So a little dab of glue here, a little dab of glue there, and somewhere in between. And then suddenly things are not fitting anymore. Panic. I need an extra fan to just blow on the super glue for it to dry quickly. Starting to dry. Still have some room to wiggle a little bit. Make sure that it's correct. Angle and everything. Hopefully. That's a little stressful. This is the wrong spot. I'm not too confident with this spot too much. Seems wrong. It all seems wrong. Why can't we do the middle first? Well, at least it's strong enough to pull the super glue apart. Still a little bit wet. Don't want to get my hand stuck on it. Did I misunderstand and it's the other way around? Oh my god, I did it again. I messed up again. Oh fuck. I'm so dumb. I'm getting glue on my fingers now. This is horrible. Okay. There we go. This is the spot. And I dare to question the designers. Is this the perfect fit? Well, in the end, it's still like a hard snug together still. We'll have to wait for it to dry before it can hold its shape. The good thing I still have some resemblance of senses to believe that something is definitely wrong with the current build. But now only just need to hold on and wait until it slowly starts to dry. Ah, whoof. Ah, whoof. Ah, whoof. Still not yet quite dry yet. Ah, whoof. Ah, whoof. Ah, whoof. 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 Well, at least I can leave it out there. My God. Let's turn it at the other side. Okay, we got this one. It's like this. Goes in here. And then this part goes in here. Let's hope for the best. Oh my God. It's not perfect. Oh my God. It's not perfect. Fuck. Some wiggle room. Okay. It's getting perfect. Some super glue on this side. Some super glue on this side. There we go. There we go. It's coming together now. Hopefully I can lift it like this. It's a little crooked. God damn it. Can I lean it? I don't want to touch it too much anymore. Yeah, I can see where it got crooked from the original back plate that has already hardened. Fuck. You live and you learn, I guess. I didn't notice it when looking at it from above. Ooh, from this perspective. Anyways, let's close the hatchet. Wow, that fits perfectly. Where does this go? Small drops of glue, rim of the hole, make sure the glue doesn't spill over the rim. To indicate positions, press the individual parts. What? Oh, there it is. No, but this is should go inside. What's this? It's here. Almost likely like this. Oh man. Is there any backside model of this thing? I don't even see it. I don't even see this part. To indicate position, press the individual parts together. On this part. Bruh. Bruh, where? You don't even show me the backside. Do I open the book to see? You must open the book. The art book has the answers. Boom, there it is. There it is. The backside, there it is. Need the art book. Anyways, let's put the glue for this one. Ah, there's this one. Okay. I finally see. I was missing a piece this whole time. A glue in here, glue in there, adapt here, adapt there, and plop. Press it down. Oh yeah. Okay, now it makes sense for this side to go to the back, like so. Might need more glue here. And it sticks right in. Might need to wait for a little bit. Otherwise it's gonna come off. Let's angle it. And it's hardened. The amazing thing of super glue. Whew. Now we gotta do the arms. Man, I didn't think it would be this hard to do. But that's just the nature of it. Is my gun sword crooked? Is my gun sword crooked? Holy shit! It's crooked. Let's just bend it gently back. Hopefully it doesn't break. What do they call these? The sword at the tip of the gun. Anyways, you gotta put these two together. So let's do that. A little bit of glue in here, a little bit of glue in there. And connect. 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 Perfect. Now we got these two arms, stick them in, and then he holds the gun like this. Very cool, very cool. Let's put a little glue on the side. It's almost like putting glue on their ear. It's almost like this is their ears. Cleaning out their ears inside. Okay. Stick you in there. Now I'm having trouble with the left arm. Why won't you go in? Get in there, son. Just a little bit more. Did the super glue like got already dried in there, so it's like I cannot push it in anymore? That would be weird. But I think that's a wrap. Just a little bit more glue on the outside. And this one definitely needs a little bit of glue on the outside. There you have it! Oh my goodness. A whole 40 minutes to do something this simple, and it hasn't even been painted yet. Well, that's just lessons learned, I suppose. But yeah, very cool. Never really done this before. We'll hope to come around to paint it, but I'll need to research more on what kind of paint to buy. And it will be really cool to do. I definitely want to take up that kind of painting. I don't know the name, but like when you paint models and then paint over the current sort of different Bionicles that I currently own. And sadly they kind of got broken, so I still need to come around to sort of fix them as well. So it's like a 2-in-1 kind of thing. But a couple of damage scars, flaws. Suppose that's just a steampunk style of this thing that is just imperfect. Mechanical constructions as well. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this kind of video. It's been something that I wanted to do as well, and I'll see you all next time till we meet again.
To zwykły jest zbój. Hej piwko, kobitki, śpiewajmy w głos. Saksońskie bydlaku, pocałuj psa w nos. Mięsimo i butelka, wódeczki ciach. Różniecki soldacie, a ty gryziesz piach. Już czas do cywila i przeżyć dał Bóg. I chaty rodzinnej ucałować próg. Do domu, do matki, co cała we łzach. Bo synek miał szczęście i nie poszedł w piach. Hej piwko, kobitki, śpiewajmy w głos. Saksoński bydlaku, pocałuj psa w nos. Miej siwo i butelka, wódeczki ciach. Różniecki soldacie, a ty